For the first time since firing head coach Sean McDermott, the Buffalo Bills owner and general manager addressed reporters in Orchard Park. News 10 NBC's Ian Mills was at that news conference and joins us live in front of Highmark Stadium. Ian, why the firing and what's next for Buffalo?
Hey, Lynette. Yeah, it certainly wasn't pretty. Bills owner Terry Pegula and general manager Brandon Beane spoke for 53 minutes and began the press conference by insisting that the decision to fire Sean McDermott was Pegula's and Pegula's own. But the Bills owner ultimately contradicted himself at least a bit. He said he made the decision after Saturday's loss to the Denver Broncos, but despite that, insisted that Brandon Cooks actually caught the ball that ended up being ruled an interception and led to the Denver Broncos game-winning drive. So, when asked if McDermott would be here in 2026 had they won, Pegula, who made the decision to fire him, said he didn't want to speculate.
My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver. I want to take you in the locker room after that game. I looked around. First thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down, crying. First thing I said to him, I said, "That was a catch." We all know what I'm talking about.
And this is while the man next to him, Brandon Beane, received a promotion. He'll stay on as general manager while serving as president of football operations. Beane says the new coach, which they said is a 100% open search, will report directly to him. Now, something fans have asked is whether this was a power play on Beane's part. Both he and McDermott started with the Bills in 2017, and it's Beane who gets the promotion while McDermott gets fired. Beane vehemently denied any power play that took place.
I would love for anyone who's making that accusation to walk in these doors and ask any person, player, coach, trainer, anyone. Like, people can disagree with draft picks that I make or people I sign or I screwed up the wide receivers, whatever it is. Like, those are harmful things that, you know, I walk in the door and my wife's got tears coming down her face for stuff like that.
And for what it's worth, before we let you go, I have a pretty strong hunch that wide receiver Keon Coleman will not be on the team next year. When Brandon Beane was asked about the wide receiver group during this 53-minute-long press conference, Terry Pegula interjected and insisted that the decision to draft Coleman was not Beane's, but rather the coaching staff's. And also, I asked Brandon Beane about the players themselves. How had they heard that Sean McDermott, their head coach for the last 9 years, was fired? He admitted to me that it was through the media. Of course, McDermott was let go on Monday. So a lot of questions were asked, not a lot of answers necessarily, some at least, but the decision on whether Sean McDermott should have been fired or not is still up in the air. Live from Orchard Park outside of Highmark Stadium for News 10 NBC, I'm Ian Mills. Lynette?
All right, Ian, thank you. And you can watch the entirety of the news conference at